Invasive species are plants, animals, or diseases that are introduced, either accidentally or intentionally, to places where they don't naturally belong. These species often thrive and spread because they don't have natural predators in the ecosystems they invade. Invasive species can damage the environment, harm native plants and wildlife, and even negatively impact the local economy. Fairfax County is working to reduce these outcomes through an integrated pest management approach, or IPM. This approach aims to protect our environment while reducing risks to public health and minimizing costs. Pesticides are considered only as a last resort when other techniques cannot manage the issue. Fairfax County operates under Virginia's Dillon Rule, which restricts its ability to create local laws tailored to its unique ecological challenges. This means the county cannot independently enforce stricter regulations to address invasive plants like bamboo, nor can it impose limits on invasive species sold at garden centers. Regulations must align with state-approved measures, limiting opportunities for local innovation and policy.
We've authored a study that will give us some clear direction about how do we support the many groups that are out there trying to reduce the number of invasive species, but just importantly have a plan that we can then execute over the next number of many years. But we also just need to continue to educate and get folks to recognize those invasive species are in their backyards. They can make a huge difference just by eliminating the ones in their backyard and frankly saving their trees. And that then, hopefully those ripples in the water will continue to roll out and cover the whole county.
Our Forest Health Branch manages forest pests and diseases that threaten trees, while providing outreach and education about those pests and diseases. We also post timely reminders on social media to look out for signs of insects or diseases, as well as post tips on how to control or report issues. Early detection is key to applying the best control measures. We currently focus the bulk of our work on the spotted lanternfly, beech leaf disease, the hemlock woolly adelgid, and the emerald ash borer because these pose a serious threat to the county's urban forest. In high numbers, spotted lanternflies can damage plants because they excrete honeydew that attracts a variety of insects and grows a gray-black mold. The tree of heaven is the spotted lanternfly's main host here in our urban forest. This is why we have a program underway to remove tree of heaven from county properties, and we encourage residents to do the same on private properties. We discourage the use of pesticides since they are harmful to other living things, and the lanternflies move around too much. Beech leaf disease is our newest unwelcome invasive. We first found the disease in Fairfax in 2022, and unfortunately, trees are beginning to die. Microscopic worms called nematodes enter the leaf buds, destroying the leaves and eventually kill the tree. Our regional and county parks along the Occoquan and Potomac rivers are being severely impacted, as are several of our county parks. Leaves infected by nematodes will have dark green stripes of damaged tissue between the veins. As the disease progresses, leaves become deformed, and bare twigs and branches become noticeable. The species living in beech tree leaves is extremely specific. It can't live on any other type of tree. Hemlock woolly adelgids are aphid-like insects that feed on nutrient and water storage cells at the base of needles. Eastern hemlocks throughout the southeastern United States have been devastated by these insects. There are not many eastern hemlocks left in Fairfax County. Most are in our parks along the Potomac and Occoquan rivers. Their natural beauty, rarity, and unique role in watershed preservation make it a priority for protection. Individual trees can be treated by chemical trunk injections, bark spray, or by soil pellets. The Forest Health Branch is trying to preserve eastern hemlocks by treating as many of the healthiest trees as we can, and releasing approved predatory beetles as biocontrols. We have scouted, evaluated, and continue to monitor and prioritize the best examples of eastern hemlock ecosystems. The emerald ash borer is an iridescent emerald green beetle that was introduced into North America from Asia in 2002. the beetles quickly made themselves at home in the northeastern United States, including Fairfax County and most of Virginia. The beetles feed on all species of ash: green, white, black, blue, pumpkin, and are almost always fatal without treatment. There is no treatment to be used over large areas, but individual ash trees can be treated by a certified arborist with insecticide by trunk injection. Running bamboo is an invasive grass that spreads aggressively. Anyone with bamboo on their property is a bamboo owner, whether the bamboo spread there or was intentionally planted. Every bamboo owner is responsible for not letting running bamboo spread from their property to any adjoining property, including public rights-of-way. Since bamboo spreads easily, managing it can become a team sport. If uncontrolled bamboo is spreading on a property, owners are encouraged to work with neighbors or to contact the Fairfax County Department of Code Compliance. If bamboo is encroaching from a public property, the owner should directly contact the agency that owns the property. The Invasive Management Area Program, or IMA program, relies heavily on volunteers to do the majority of work on invasive species removal. These volunteers are invaluable in helping the Park Authority manage invasive species on park land. Volunteers save trees from the weight of invasive vines, or clear the ground to create space for native wildflowers and other native plants. As part of creating a healthy wildlife habitat, volunteers also participate in planting native species to help restore the area where the invasive plants were removed. Everyone in Fairfax County can do their part to prevent the spread of invasive species. Debris from invasive plants should be bagged separately in plastic trash bags. These bags should be disposed of with the regular trash, not with yard waste. It is also important not to dump yard waste in natural areas or on common land, as this can spread invasive species and harm native ecosystems. Large quantities can be taken to a transfer station and disposed of with a fee. Invasive species can cause major harm to the environment, but Fairfax County is taking steps to address the issue, and you can help too. By partnering together, we can protect our tree canopy, waterways, and public spaces for future generations. For more information about invasive species, please visit our website.
You can also contact our volunteer master gardeners for tips and strategies for removing invasive species and caring for trees and plants on your own private property.